Welcome everyone to another episode of My Greatest Hits. This is Giovanni Blanco, and my guest today is the amazing singer-songwriter Bernie Barlow.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie is an accomplished singer-songwriter with an amazing career, and she's gracing us with her greatest hits. And thank you for being here, Bernie.
Yeah, no worries. It's fun. Pick 10 songs for a mixtape, right?
Yeah.
Probably not my 10 favorite songs because there aren't 10 favorite songs.
It's hard. It's also
maybe 500, maybe.
At least 1,000.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a thing where you can't really pick favorite songs. It's really more about particular songs that you can remember that mark something in your life that
move you,
define something in you.
Sure.
And before we start with song number one, tell me a little bit about what's going on right now.
What's going on right now? Well, I'm just kind of chilling, getting over the flu.
But your latest album?
I have a record that I released towards the end of last year called Walking Around This Town. And it's released on an independent label in Los Angeles called Blue Elan. And I have done a lot of singing for Blue Elan. Background vocals for different artists, because that's kind of my favorite thing to do, really, to sing backgrounds. And
are you a harmony healer?
I think it's my voice loves other voices.
Yeah,
my voice has always loved other voices. It makes my voice sound more tingly and special.
Yeah,
and it makes the other voice that I'm singing with the same. And so that's kind of my favorite thing to do, really. But I do enjoy writing the occasional song, too. And so, yeah, I wrote a record for Kirk Passage, who is the owner of the label, who basically said, Bernie, when are you going to make another record? I put a record out in 2020. It was in the top 100 Americana albums of 2020.
Nice.
And I think 5 people heard it.
Yes.
Because it was COVID.
Yes, it was a lockdown period.
And I could not promote it at all. And it was kind of a waste, really. It's such a shame. And then a bot played one of the songs a little too much on Spotify, so they pulled the whole album. And I paid for that album. So this time, Kirk was like, for a long time, he kept sort of saying, come on, I know a guy that owns a label. Meaning himself.
Yeah.
And and I was like, oh, it's so much work. But, I went for it because, let's face it, we're all addicted to music. That's why we keep doing it.
Yes, we are.
And so I made that, and it's called Walking Around This Town. And one of the songs on that album is a finalist in the International Songwriting Competition right now. I may win the blues category. Fingers crossed.
So it might not have been a waste after all.
No, it's all good. I mean, listen, I had like 10 of the most amazing musicians in a room at the same time, and somebody else paid for it, and we tracked my record in 5 days.
That's amazing.
I added vocals. Dave, my producer, Dave Darling, he might have done some overdubs up in Portland at home. And we had, one of my really good musical friends and such a talent. My friend Philip Sace played guitar on 2 of the songs, and he's probably one of the greatest blues rock guitar players on the planet right now. So I was very lucky to get him, and I was a little overwhelmed that it came out so well, to be honest.
I believe that it's going to find its place.
I think it will. There's some good songs on there.
There's no such thing as old music.
These days, also, you put a record out and you just never know when something's going to pop. Something ends up on a TV show 5 years after you've released the album, and then all of a sudden it goes viral on TikTok. You just never know what can happen with music these days.
You never know. I feel like this if it's good, it's going to be good forever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's the songs that I have heard, and the songs you've played, I've heard probably half the songs or more on that album. Live.
Yeah.
And you're so amazing live. You're such a great singer.
Thank you.
Such a natural singer. And then on record, it's just even ridiculous. Like, you just your voice evokes so many different things for me. Like I said, you sit between that sort of like the classic 70s raspiness of like Kim Carnes and Bonnie Tyler, but with a more richer, rounder sound, which is like nice and
especially on my bottom end. Yeah, I think people hire me for my tone.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
It's nice and warm.
Yeah, it's like honey. Why don't we start with your greatest hits?
With my song selection. You know, the greatest hits kind of throws me because he did tell me, think of 10 songs that you love today.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can go with that. I can do that.
Yeah. Because it changes. It changes.
Yeah, it does change. And also the songs are connected to things that happen in your life or times of your life, you know. So I kind of went back to the first 30 years of my life. We could do the next 20 years on the next podcast.
We can do like 1 year at a time if you want.
There you go. It's a radio show now.
It's
daily.
Tune back next week when we cover 1987. No, let's go with number 1. Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead. Quite a gem. What does this song mean to you?
What is it? You know, I just thought it was rock, and it was clever, and it was artistic. That band are so brilliant, and so there's things that speak to me musically in that song, and I drove to San Jose with my now husband. It was like a musical trip that we went on with another couple, and we saw Radiohead in San Jose, and they were mind-blowing live. So that song, it's not their favorite song.
No,
but I
really
understand
like
they've started playing it again lately because they've sort of come around to the fact that it's for the fans.
Yeah.
You know, I try to not be a selfish artist. I try to accommodate the people that are actually paying my mortgage, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird thing you see sometimes with artists where they feel like they have stigmas or trauma over songs that are super popular.
Well, yeah, and I relate to that too. You never really know why somebody likes a song or doesn't like a song. And I was asked to record a song by my label, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that one because I know what that's about, and I was in that band for a long time, and no. Let's do a different one.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have these personal things attached to the songs and the experiences. I just find that in particular with Radiohead,
I love the guitar player.
Oh yeah,
so
Johnny. I just think that they underestimate the sort of quality of their pop material.
It's so
like
deep.
Those first few records, it's like they were writing songs that were, you know, almost could have been songs in the 70s, like where structure-wise, us as songwriters were familiar with the sort of, you know, the patterns, but then to add the quality of that guitar work, the vocals.
It's just all great. It's such a deep level of musicianship and songwriting and production. I don't know who produced those records for them, but
I don't know either.
I don't know who produced that song, but it's great. It was one of my favorites from my youth.
Yeah, I remember reading that he was so emotionally just spent that he was crying after he did the
After
take.
he sang it? Well, that's what it is, really. Yeah. I am a true believer that if somebody is feeling something when they perform it, people respond. Also,
that he mentioned that he was trying to sound like Jeff Buckley in that song. And he's just like, he was just listening to a lot of Jeff Buckley, and he's like, I was just trying to do more falsetto, more whatever. Yeah. And it's funny how that just kind of became a thing for him, and he took it someplace else. It's beautiful.
Great song.
Number 2 on this My Greatest Hits for Bernie Barlow is The Look of Love by Dusty Springfield.
Dusty. Dusty, I think, is the greatest singer ever. Greatest pop voice. Oh, what a vocalist. And she had some fantastic songwriters.
Yes, she
so,
did.
you know, I love Bacharach David. I had the pleasure of singing for Hal David once.
Oh, you're kidding? Wow.
And he told me, and I was like crying in the studio. I was on my period that day. And I was super young, and he was like, no, I think she might be one of the best pop singers in LA right now. And I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Anything to stop me crying.
More tears.
Yeah, no, she's great. What do you mean I'm great? So, yes, I sang a song that he wrote with a lady called Franny Goldie and Nikki Holland, English songwriter.
Nikki Holland, yeah.
You know her?
Yeah.
So she and Franny got Hal. They started this song. They were like, this is like a Bacharach David song. And they were like, oh, we should call Hal David. Maybe he'll write it with us. And they were so thrilled that he agreed. And then it ended up being cut by Celine Dion.
Oh.
It's a song called Halfway to Heaven, if the listeners want to go check it out. And anyway, back to Dusty. Yeah, Dusty in Memphis, greatest record ever.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I mean, that's really top 5 albums for me.
So
and so many good songs on it.
Albums too, like the groove on that album.
It's just a great time in music.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And that song really, I mean, I picked that one because it's some of my greatest writers and one of my greatest singers. And it moved me when I was young. That whole era of music.
Yeah.
My mom had an album, a double album of a movie called Lost Horizon,
Okay.
which was Burt Bacharach and Hal David wrote all the songs and all the score. And the world is a circle that never begins. Anyway, I love movies. I think movies are the greatest art form. They have every art form combined into one art form. And that was just a great movie. And I was a little kid with a double album, and it was a turntable, and I had pictures.
Who was in that movie?
Peter Finch, I think.
Peter Finch, wow.
I can't remember all their names. I can see their faces. Olivia somebody. Olivia Hussey.
Olivia Hussey.
Pulled that one out of my butt. And a big cast, and they end up in the Himalayas, with these monks that never age, in this like magical land that you can't get to unless you crash your plane there by accident. It was great. Anyway, it touched me and it stayed with me, and so. Yeah, I love Bacharach David writing just because that movie made such an impression on me when I was probably 5.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Dusty, though. Oh, Dusty. I'm told that Dusty would punch vowel sounds.
Give me an example.
So, like, back in the day, you'd have an engineer hitting the buttons in and out.
Like actual syllables?
She would just punch syllables. That guy had to be a good engineer.
Back in the day, especially. No cut and paste.
Yeah, they'd have to like think of the timing and the music and literally do it
the
that
speed
way.
of the tape. Like you just kind of ride with the tape. It's like jumping on a moving train.
Yeah, but what a singer! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, she's great.
Now we're gonna jump into number 3. Number 3. I also like to split these I like to think of them as side A and side B.
Okay.
So third song on side A, or songs. This is the first on My Greatest Hits where someone actually picked 2 songs for one choice, and I get why.
I couldn't pick.
So when picking Fleetwood Mac, especially with these 2 amazing singer-songwriters in the band, I mean several, but
yeah,
talking about Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks, you had to choose one of each.
I went for Songbird and Landslide. And really there are more. I mean, I could have just done the whole of Rumors.
Yeah.
But I could only pick so many songs. It was the 50th anniversary of Rumors this week.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I have older siblings. When I was little, single mom with 4 kids, and they're older than me, and so they'd sometimes be looking after me, and I was exposed to their music, and they're 10, 11, 12 years older than me.
Yeah.
So I had Motown, and I had Fleetwood Mac, which not too many, 6-year-olds were listening to.
No, no.
But I was in the corner at parties with headphones on while they were getting drunk. That was them looking after me. So,
Here's a lollipop, put these headphones on.
Yeah, and I'd just be in heaven. I've got music. I don't need anything else.
It just sounded so good. It sounded so good. I
can
imagine.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Songbird.
Well, Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest voice, greatest songwriter in that band, I think.
Yes, yeah.
But they're all brilliant in that band. They're all brilliant in that band. That's why they were so good. But she's the only one that had a hit before she was in Fleetwood Mac. She had a #1 song in England, and like a bluesy Americana kind of a song.
No, I mean, I just also feel like I'm a sucker for the classic, sort of like, if you can write a song that's kind of like sounds almost like straightforward, but the emotion kind of takes it elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as, Lindsay had his style, Stevie had her style, but she was solid in her songwriting. Like, like her songs are
poetry.
Yeah,
melodies. Because then she'd give it. Stevie would often give the songs to Stevie. I mean, to Lindsay.
Yeah.
Got all these bloody names. Stevie would give her songs to Lindsay to arrange and produce.
Yeah.
Because she trusted him, and I just think that combination of all those musicians in that band just took everything to a whole other level. But Christine's voice just slays me. It just slays me. It's like quintessential 70s pop sound. Just.
Mm-hmm. And she wrote this song during the Rumor sessions, just because there was so much tumultuous energy going on, so much craziness, and she was just like, I need to write a song to bring us together.
Right. I heard, so they recorded at the record plant in Sausalito, that album, and they were there for a year. And they didn't socialize outside of work. They would talk to each other at work in the studio.
Wow. And
I read the other day that Stevie found a room that nobody else knew about at the facility, and she would go and hide in there, and she went in there, and I forget which song she wrote. She wrote it in like 10 minutes in there. I think Dreams.
Oh, wow, really?
That's on Rumors, right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so she wrote it really fast. in the little cubby hole that she found. So, hey, whatever works.
That's right.
Whatever. Sometimes songs come out really quick.
Yeah.
Million Miles an Hour, my song that's in the songwriting competition, Dave and I wrote that in like 10, 15 minutes. And he was teasing me because I was so amped. I was on a diet, and I was losing weight like crazy, and I was burning like the speedy fat.
Yeah.
And I'm already kind of speedy, so poor Dave. And he was like, "You're going a million miles an hour." Yeah, you're moving. I was like, "That's what I do." I mean, it was just call and response, so easy, and we just wrote it. Boom. And he was like, "Go away and write verse lyrics." Okay.
It writes itself.
Yes, it kind of did that one.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
And then Landslide.
Well, it just moves me when I sing it. I sing it with my friends in Deadwood Jones. I'm a party band that I sometimes hang out in. And, Joan.
Yeah.
And, it's just such a great song. They're perfect songs on that album.
Yeah.
They're just perfect songs. And I said to Dave when we did Redeemed in 2020 and when we did this one, I was like, I want to make records that people put on in 10 years and they don't sound dated.
Yeah, or if they sound dated, they sound that where the date is a date that doesn't have a place in time. If that makes
it's
any
just
sense.
Timeless.
Yeah, exactly. That's
a better way to say it.
Yeah, I mean,
timeless.
I feel like sometimes production can get in the way, and certain stylistic choices. We were talking about modern music earlier today, and the trends of the time could kind of overtake the song, and also pull away from the original intent.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some historically, music has its like decades, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where a style becomes popular and then everybody's doing it, like in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, or like the Supremes era of Motown. There were loads of those bands with that sound that was coming out. Only certain songs stay with us.
Exactly.
And they made a lot of music.
There was a lot.
Then. There was a lot of songs that, you know, nobody remembers. So the fact that I remembered some means they were probably okay. 'Cause I have a terrible memory. Yeah, but Landslide, I just love the melody.
Yeah.
It's so great. And it's so, it like you say about when you sing and you feel the sadness and the emotion. And I remember being a young singer in LA singing for songwriters and producers, and one particular songwriter that I knew that was very successful. He was like, you just got to feel it when you sing it. He would be a movie director when he was directing me to sing.
Yeah.
And it really helped with, you know, what emotion is going on that line and how to deliver it. You know, it can be very nuanced.
It can. Unless you're punching in syllables.
And you know, that was my school. I got in my 20s. I got in with a bunch of very successful songwriters in LA. And also, Wilson Phillips had a big hit, and one of those songs I demoed on their first album.
Oh,
so
wow.
that next year after that album came out, I was working every week, right on different songs for songwriters that were all pitching to them because there was still that industry then.
They needed to. It's not just the song. They need the artist to hear what it can sound like.
Well, and the people at the record companies.
Yeah.
They don't have imagination.
No.
Some are song people. The guy that helped me get my record deal in my 20s, I was in a band with another guy, Rick Palumbi, and we had a band called Garden of Joy, and it was kind of like a rock set.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like rock set. A duo. But we had a great band that played with us. And I forget why I'm mentioning this now. Gosh.
Songwriters and dealing with labels, and sometimes they can't see or they don't have the vision, or sometimes they can.
I lost my point. I lost the plot then. The guy that helped us get the deal, we got a deal with SBK on the East Coast, which then became EMI, and his name was Brooks Arthur, and he was in the Brill Building recording people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a kind of a big deal in the music business over many, many years, and he ended up becoming Adam Sandler's music supervisor. Like after that record that we had, he went and did a comedy album. He produced a comedy album for Adam. But Brooks was a song guy. He got it because he had an imagination. He produced and recorded Tie a Yellow Ribbon. You know, I mean, he's kind of a legend in the industry. And at that time when he was telling me that my voice was special and that I reminded him of some of the women that he had recorded in the 60s in the Brill Building. I mean, I didn't really understand what that meant when he was saying it to me because I was young and stupid. I didn't know. So, he passed away last year, the year before.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But he was kind of a legend. And, you know, there's a couple people that really helped me. Him being one. He took me to a label and we got a deal, and it made a difference in my musical life. So
it's funny how these people kind of come into your life and they just they're guiding lights, and
you never know who those people are going to be either.
Yeah.
Like the first guy that I sang for was this guy Nat Kipner, and he wrote Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Oh, anyway, so
who sang that? Who's made that part?
I'll tell you in a minute. It will come to me. Too many names, too little brain cells.
Too much, too little.
Too much, too little, too late. Now he was
It was a duo, wasn't it?
No, it's Johnny Mathis.
Oh, that's right. But he sang it with somebody.
Well, he did do a song with Denise Williams. Did he do that song?
I think maybe that was it. Because
I don't think so.
I feel like that was a duo.
I don't think so.
know.
But that's Our brains are tired.
No, just
But like he was the first person to put me in a recording studio.
That's crazy.
So that was kind of fun. And he had this great ability to find amazing talent that he couldn't quite get across the finish line. Like he took Olivia Newton-John to England from Australia. He took the Bee Gees to England from Australia.
Wow.
And they remember him. And his son ended up writing Let's Get Physical for Olivia. And when I went to his funeral, there was a message from Barry Gibb thanking him, and he sent a letter to the family, and they read it at the funeral, and it was beautiful. He was like, Nat was the spark in the dark, in the corner of the room.
Nice.
He was just forever an optimist. He had some bad luck too. Like he bought an island in Australia, and then he sold it to an oil company who drilled on it and found oil. He owned the rights to the Cabbage Patch Doll for a long time. Yeah, he had some bad luck. But he was just always on the edge of something huge.
Yeah.
And he raised an amazingly successful songwriter, Steve.
That's great. But also, he found you.
And he took me in the studio, and he, along with all those songwriters, they really taught me how to use a studio, how to sing, how to remember melody quickly, how to record quickly. Like, I didn't double straight away back in those days. Now I'm irritated if an engineer doesn't have 5 tracks ready for me to go.
Yeah.
Because I already know what I'm going to do, and they're not ready for me, and I'm going to do it in my first pass, pretty much. So, but that's just a lot of training.
Yeah, experience.
Yeah, just a lot of listening to yourself. I'm certainly over myself at this point.
We are talking about your greatest hits.
Yes.
Let's move to number 4. Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley.
Well, much like Lost Horizon, I had the album.
From the
My
soundtrack.
mum had the album, and I used to see Elvis movies, which I think were the original music videos. On TV, I'd like come home from school, and I'd have the double album with the scene of them doing the big dance number and the Hollywood Squares vibe, And wow, it's just great. I think Elvis taught me to sing.
I feel the same way.
He was probably my favorite first artist. He really was. I loved him. My family had to hide from me a little kid that he had passed away.
Yeah, I've recounted that story for myself recently, that it was the first time that I ever felt sorrow, like felt the pain of grief, because I didn't, especially for someone that I didn't even know.
I know, I was like that with Princess Diana. I was waiting tables, and I heard it at Marmalade in Sherman Oaks.
Oh, wow.
And she died that night, and I could not stop crying for like half an hour. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I crying? I didn't even know her.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that about myself.
These people, they touch your life.
They do. They touch us.
You don't realize how much they've given you, and to it's such a funny feeling, because what they've given you, you still have.
Yeah.
So when they leave, it's not like you've lost anything, but you feel a sort of sadness, because, I don't know. I think of Robin Williams and stuff. When Robin Williams passed, like at a similar.
Prince.
I
cried.
David Bowie, and crazy.
Yeah.
But
I want to say also Jailhouse Rock I wrote down because I remembered that movie and how impressionable it was on me, but I also was right there with GI Blues.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, both those movies. Yeah.
They're probably two of his better movies as well, too.
Such a great singer.
Yeah, such a natural singer. Wow. Have you ever been to Sun Studios?
I've been to Graceland.
Yeah.
I went to Graceland with Joan on tour.
Nice.
Yeah, we were on tour in a van, and we all went in. It was pretty cool. Yeah. And then I also sang on a record for Harry Shearer.
Yeah.
And he wrote a song called I'm All Backed Up, and it's about, Elvis having issues, and dying. I think he died on the toilet, maybe.
That's what they
so
say.
I think that was the joke in the song. And yeah, you should check that one out.
dig for Harry Shearers. I'm all backed up.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, Jailhouse Rock and GI Blues and just Elvis in general. Beautiful. He was so beautiful.
so another person that's just such a natural singer.
And kind of little. He was a little guy.
Yeah.
I went, when I was on tour with the Moody Blues, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they weren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at that time. They are now. But they had a Prince outfit. They also had a Bruce Springsteen outfit and an Elvis outfit. And all of those guys are like 5'5".
Yeah.
All of them. And I was just like, what? No wonder Tom Cruise is so famous.
They all had a lot to prove.
I had a little guy complex. But, Elvis sure was sexy. He was like sex on legs, that guy.
So you mentioned being on tour and going to the Rock and Roll
Hall of Fame
with while you were on tour with the Moody Blues.
Yeah.
And your number 5 song is
Nights in White Satin. Never reach out. I've played that song a lot. And I think I'm going to actually record that song.
You should.
I think I'm going to. I have a group of friends that I've played it with a bunch of times. And they're all like these world-class musicians. So I feel I'm very lucky to know them, first of all. And I think I'm going to record it with them. Because we do sort of a rock blues version of it.
Oh my gosh.
And it's kind of badass. It's kind of badass. And, I've sung that song a lot with the guys. I toured with them through the 2000s.
How did that come about?
Well, it was one of those angels that I was talking about earlier. When I had a record deal. Actually, the first guy, Nat, that recorded me, he was friends with a guy called Robbie Robinson, who is Frankie Valli's musical director forever, still to this day.
Wow.
That was my first live gig. I did a gig with Frankie Valli in LA. Some sort of benefit thing, I don't know. But I met a guy that night called Robert Norman, and he was Frankie's agent. And Robbie Robinson was trying to hook me up on a date with Robert. But Robert and I did not connect romantically. We did become fast friends.
Good.
And Skip, years later, he is the agent for the Moody Blues. And a lot of people, Fogerty, Diana Ross, he's a big deal. And he and his wife, check this out. So Robert was my fan when I had a record deal. He would bring his girlfriend to come to our showcases. And she was a fan of my voice. Skip, years later, they're married, and they're in Monaco having lunch with Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues. And he's like, yeah, we need to change some things up with the singers in the band. They said they didn't want to pay for the plane tickets to America anymore. So they wanted to find a couple girls in America. Or they found one girl. They were going to replace 2 with me and have me play a little bit of keyboards. A lot of tambourine, some like one note, dun 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 stuff, because I'm not really a keyboard player. A few chords here and there. And singing. So Robert's wife kicked him under the table at lunch and said, "What about Bernie?" And Robert went, "Oh yeah, I know this girl Bernie Barlow, and she's English, and she's a great singer. She might be really good for you guys." And he gave them a few choices, but I think he kept steering them towards me. So I ended up having that gig from, I think they called me in 2000, and I did my last gig with them 2009. Very pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant, on stage, Orange County Fair. I was trying to lower the average age of the band members. So yeah.
That's amazing.
That was
That's
kind of
amazing.
fun. But yeah, Nights in White Satin. Before I had that gig, I mean, I already knew their hits because they were on the radio when I was a kid in England, and
I'm a big fan of their 80s stuff.
oh, you like the 80s
Yeah,
stuff?
I really love the 80s stuff. Like, it was just
Which
stuff that I remember.
one? Which 80s stuff?
I feel like the Once Upon a Time.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that for Kirk. I recorded it for him.
Wildest Dreams.
The two of them are in a mashup. There's Wildest Dreams and I Know You're Out There Somewhere.
Oh, I love that song.
Wildest Dreams is a great song.
Yeah.
I Know You're Out There Somewhere. It's a nice song.
I really like it.
But Wildest Dreams, I think, is music. The vocals are really clever. I don't even think they know quite what they did in the studio on that.
Yeah.
But it's a great recording of that song. They did a good job.
It was just I was.
Justin's a good songwriter.
Yeah,
Great,
no, and
underrated
and he's
guitar
got a
player.
great tone too. Like his voice is like it's just like
He's got that low.
He's just like in a certain velvety place. Like,
Yes.
you know. But I just
he's
love
playing,
it. He's doing solo stuff. I
he's
saw.
playing in Santa Barbara tomorrow, maybe.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's give him a call.
I was very happy that John Lodge was the bass player, and they both they all parted ways and did their own thing. And John and Justin were always sort of the leaders of the band, and I was very glad that I went and saw John.
Okay.
Like I saw him in Thousand Oaks, like maybe 2 years ago, and then he died about a year ago, maybe 6 months ago.
Not that long ago.
So I was glad that I made the effort and went and saw him, said hello. Yeah.
Nice.
He put on a good show too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. What's your favorite memory? Do you have like a specific night that stands out being on tour with those guys?
Well, we had a lot of great things. I did a lot of great gigs with them, like Radio City. We played there a bunch. The Albert Hall in England, my family came.
Wow.
You know, that was kind of special. I remember my auntie came, and she was kind of a ball buster. And she walked up to Justin after the show and said, "That's my niece, sign my thing." And he was like, "Well, I wasn't about to say no to that one." And I was like, "Sorry." But no, a particular gig. Probably my first gig with them.
That must have been a shocker.
No rehearsal. I met them a couple of hours before the show. Nice to meet you. Your fly's undone. And yeah, we just kind of they're old school. They're like, you'll learn the gig. You'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll manage without you for the first few. You'll be there, but you won't know what you're doing. Yeah. So and I did get to tour with 4 of the original guys. Because Ray was still there, and Ray was a great singer. I would often catch him like looking over a fence to look at me in my hotel room and wave. And yeah, he was a good guy. They were all very down to earth guys, and a very professional gig. And they worked 6 nights a week. It was a machine. It was a very well oiled machine. I really learnt to tour from them. So you know. Nights in White Satin. I went to boarding school in England, okay, and we would have these school dances. And any time you could like hang on to somebody and get your hormones raging, you'd be going after it as a teenager, right? So they would play Nights in White Satin at the end of every school dance because it was like 10 minutes long.
Yeah. And
you could have a good grope. Right? And that's basically, so I really knew that song really well. And then also Justin.
So you're like specifically verse 2.
And then also, I also knew Justin's voice really well because he did War of the Worlds, which was a big album.
Oh, that's right.
In England.
The narration, right?
Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
And so I knew.
Actually,
oh no, Nathaniel, no! I knew all of that. Like,
I have that album.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Probably a collectible. It was huge in England.
Yeah.
Much bigger in England, I think, than here. And they started touring that show about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of lost the last 19 years to my child. She sucked the life out of me. But
that's how it works.
Yeah. She's funny though. She makes me laugh, so that's good.
That is good.
Yeah. But yeah, Nights in White Satin, it's kind of a big deal, that song, to anyone that grew up in England. And then I asked him what the deal was. I think he was like maybe on acid when he recorded it. Like he would say to me, Bernie, if you remember the 60s, you weren't really there. I'm like, okay. But yeah, what a great song. And that album, you know, it really blew up because right when they released it, that they got asked to record with an orchestra because they were signed to Decca.
Yeah.
And Decca sold record players. They weren't really a music label. I mean, they hired musicians to make. It was mostly like serious classical music. So Decca Studios had like all the best gear because they were
selling
snobs.
appliances.
They were audio snobs. It was for the audio snobs. So they released this record and they were like, oh, let's put an orchestra on it because we know all these orchestras and we've got this rock band and we need to sell more record players. So maybe if we got the rock band to be combined with the orchestra, we would sell more records.
That's insane.
And then when the album came out, AM radio, it was the first stereo album. FM radio, came out like right when their album came out. So people would literally go in the 60s and sit in their cars and smoke a joint and listen to stereo rock orchestra. That's why that album blew up. And then when they released their next album, the DJs took Nights in White Satin back to #1 again, and the label
That's right,
were
72.
like, and the label were like, no, stop playing that song. We want to play the new album.
Stuff,
We've got the new stuff to sell.
Yeah.
So you know,
the song was like not as big of a hit the first time around here in the U.S. and then the second time around it went all the way to #2.
The DJs just kept playing it.
Yeah.
Because they were in charge of what they played.
Back then.
Yeah. Blues radio is still like that today.
Yeah, a lot of indie stuff, but it's still kind of it's
hard to get on the radio. My label wouldn't pay to go to radio. I was pretty upset about that. I still think local radio is the way for artists to be heard. And for people to get their news.
Yeah.
You know, and
independent.
I really hope local radio stays alive in America. We'll see what happens.
These big companies stop being gobbling up all these little things and
there's like I think there's like 6 companies that own the world
4,
now.
Yeah,
something crazy like that. Well, with the TV and all the mergers going on right now, it's all really pretty scary at my house because we live off of our royalties. John has 6,000 cues in the Discovery Network's library, and I think that maybe if they go like to a third-party publisher, they're not going to pay royalties, and they might be getting. The guy that ran Discovery, he's a piece of work. I think he's the only one making a shit ton of money off of this deal. He's going to make like $50-60 million. It's crazy. And he already made a crazy amount of money when they did the previous merger.
The HBO first one.
Yeah, and what they did was Discovery sent out letters and told all the composers that if they didn't give them the rights to their music, they would take it out of the shows. And we're talking already hit shows American Chopper, Mike Rowe's show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
John did all of those shows. And they were like, if you don't give us your writers' royalties, we're going to take your music out of the shows for future plays. And that's when Michael Giacchino got involved. Michael Giacchino went on it. You know, he's a really big deal composer in the movies, and he was like, no, they can't do this. And I said to John, that would cost them a fortune. Imagine how many shows they have. And people are going to say, no, you can't do it. They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that.
But he really scared half of this city. It was a horrible Christmas because we all thought we were just not. And these deals were negotiated so that they would make little on the upfront because they were going to make back end. And here they were trying to take the back end away.
It was all about this. The
very
royalties,
naughty. Very naughty.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see.
Thieves, and liars.
Yeah, they're doing that on the AI now. There's some law they're trying to have, or something they wrote last week, the current federal government, where they said AI training on our music is not stealing. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it is.
No,
It is.
I mean, it's copying. That's what it
It's
is.
the same
It's
for
exactly
the
what it
screenwriters.
is. Yeah.
And
It's like,
novelists, everybody. What are you going to do?
we're going to keep on doing what we do.
Yeah.
And
We'll try.
We're going to get louder about it.
We might.
Yeah,
We
we have
might.
to. We have to. We can't get
We've got to be more French.
Yes, not give a fuck.
Pitchforks and all.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like that's it. I feel like the thing is that, you know, there's something with what you said earlier about the Decca deal that kind of hit a nerve for me.
Mm.
And what we're talking about now with AI is that we haven't necessarily stumbled upon it yet. I haven't. But I feel like there's some sort of synergy with us continuing what we're doing. But we need to find our high-end record players. I mean, there were other companies. So there's another company that I remember that was just like, they just sold appliances and they decided to like start a label.
Well, it
just
might
to
become
promote
that
it.
way actually, because what you're seeing today is you're seeing a lot of production companies that are actually, okay, I'm Nike's production company and I'm going to make content for Nike, films, TV shows that are, or I'm just saying Nike.
No, but
just
you're
pulling
right.
that out of
But
my
you're right.
bag.
It's like the
But I
companies
think-
are independent.
Yeah, they're going to start
creating their own their own
gonna
production
make their
companies.
own content now, and so I think the creatives will get busy, but there's a lot of stuff being done by machines as well. So,
Yeah.
but I think they're always going to need music. I don't think. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's really a new era. It's kind of like somebody just invented the steam train.
Did you say a new error?
Era, same thing. Making fun of me.
No. I just meant the word era sounds like error as a mistake.
Oh, era.
A new mistake.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I was too slow on that one. I did not catch that.
No, but that's good. That's good. I feel like the part of it is that we can't give up on the fact that we are not yet. AI can't steal our personalities. AI can't be us in a way that's, you know, we can still tell, like, you know, like.
But it doesn't have pain.
AI hasn't had his hearts broken. It
doesn't understand
You know,
pain.
like it doesn't know it doesn't understand grief. It doesn't understand, you know, a loss or even love on a certain level. You know.
Well, yeah, it has no emotional intelligence.
No, not yet.
That's.
But till then, I just feel like we're.
No, Dave,
we can't.
I can't do that.
How?
Oh, Hal, open the door. I'm sorry, Dave. Not happening.
What a genius, huh? Couldn't saw that coming. But I just feel like we can't give up. We can't give up, and it's also parallel. And I don't care about being political on this. Parallel to what's going on in this country. It's that, you know, that greed is the underlying.
Well, yeah, there's no response. There's no corporate responsibility like there used to be. No. There used to be, like, Ford took pride in having second-generation workers in their union on the lines. They liked that. That doesn't exist anymore.
No loyalty.
It's almost like there was a new breed of MBAs that came out of the fancy schools that just were like, we're just going to take all the middle class money. We're just going to do it. Watch us. And they're doing it.
Yeah.
You can
Well,
choose
we're
to
about to
not
get
do
violent.
it. You can choose to not do it.
Let's flip this tape over in many ways and jump to side B.
B-side.
B-side.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the lesser side, just the other side, and start with song number 6, or the first one here. This Woman's Work. Kate Bush. I mean, Kate Bush, you know, you could have gone
Kate Bush,
anywhere.
pioneer, genius, amazing dancer, amazing singer, amazing songwriter, amazing
mind.
producer. And I picked that particular song because when you watch She's Having a Baby.
She's having a baby.
And Elizabeth McGovern goes into labor and that blood drop just fucking drops and...
It's just like, yeah.
I mean...
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I just got it as well. And I just sang it. She's just... I'm so bummed I didn't go to England. She did a residency a few years ago in London, in Hammersmith, I think, and I said to my girlfriend Lauren, we should go, and she was like, we didn't go. We should have gone, because when is she going to do that ever again? She's probably not going to do that again. She's a recluse.
She, you know, I mean,
I don't blame her.
most geniuses are, I guess, but she's, I like, you know, in preparing for this, like, I always loved the song, and I love it from that movie too. I mean, that's when it popped up, but I didn't know that she was actually hired to write a song for the movie.
Oh, I didn't
specifically,
either.
yeah.
That was for that scene?
That was specifically, she wrote that for the movie.
She's a brilliant storyteller, man.
Here's the crazy part. The director and the producers had another song in place. It was This Mortal Coil's Song of the Siren, which is a Tim Buckley song. And when you hear that song, you almost kind of feel, you can hear the ethereal vibe.
The vibe.
Yeah, of her song. They couldn't get the rights to that other song. So they were like, hey, you know what? And somehow, how did they hire? I don't like. How does that connect? John Hughes was the main producer of that, and he wrote it. And I don't. It just blows my mind that he. Let me just reach out to Kate Bush and have her write a song, you know. And then she writes that song. And the craziest
it's
part,
mind-blowing, that song. It's such a brilliant piece of poetry and a tribute to women and fathers and parenting in general. But, oh, yeah, I mean, having a baby's fucking scary.
Yeah.
It is.
It's.
I mean, women die having babies every
do.
fucking day, and I was scared. And then, you know, John wanted to have another one. I was like, you were there. You saw what happened. I'm not doing that again.
Some movies do not get a sequel.
She, she invented the microphone.
Oh, no.
That you dance with.
Of course she did, because she's a dancer.
She was a dancer, and she wanted to be able to sing at the same time. So Madonna owes her a thank you, because Madonna, you know, all those early tours, those huge tours that she did, she had those
the
on.
early 80s, it was the thing.
Yeah,
Phil
totally.
Collins and Howard Jones and all those cats.
Yeah, so that was Kate. She invented that. And I remembered hearing a story. Justin from the Moody's told me she was in a studio next door to him, and she was being treated so poorly by a bunch of misogynistic engineers. She's in the studio. She's producing her own album, and she's sitting in the hallway crying because they're treating her so badly. And I was like, oh, that just really upsets me. So she battled a lot.
She got it early. I mean, she was in, like, as a teenager.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know who she was really good friends with? The guitarist.
David Gilmour.
Yeah, he took her to his record label and got her a deal, and she was a baby. She was like 17.
Yeah.
Wuthering Heights at 17. Wuthering a Heights Heathcliff.
And what's like to have? This is like, say to me, it's like her mind is the thing for me. It's like to have that sort of wide range of being able to bring sort of classical music to pop. And you know, and electronic music.
And singing from other countries too. She brought in the choir Bulgarka to do one of her 90s albums, and it was just like, really interesting. And then you saw other people doing that with, like, I sang the theme for Survivor, and he told me that was a Russian folk song sample that he had in the first maybe 10 seasons. They had it mixed in there.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if they still do. And I'll sing it to you. It went, and apparently it's Russian. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm doing noises phonetically, and I had to learn it for a live broadcast on CBS. And yeah, interesting how they put those other sounds. It's like
Pulling.
you know, remember when they had the whole monk thing going on?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They would have the monks
Gregorian chants.
droning. Yeah. So it was in that time, and she did a really unique take on that, I thought.
Yeah.
And they were all these, like, there was like 5 women from an Eastern Bloc country. I can't remember which country it was, and they came and recorded with her. And she sang with them, and they learned how to do it together. I think they're Bulgarian, maybe.
The Bulgarian. This sounds about right.
They're called the Choir Bulgarka.
Okay.
So I think maybe that is Bulgarian, but I don't know. Don't trust anything I say.
She was a huge influence on Prince, if you believe it or not.
Oh, and Bob Seger, too.
Really?
My best rock and roll story, Bob Seger. He sent a plane for me.
I do, and I think I know this story.
Yeah. So, no, they just... He was influenced by him. And
yeah, he got to see him early in his career. He got to... Bob was cool enough to, like, just let him hang out backstage and see him play. And it was seeing him perform that he realized, I need a big ballad.
Yeah, I missed that tour. I had done an album for Bob. His producer David Cole flew me to Nashville, and I was like, don't they have singers in Nashville? I mean, I'll come. I'm more than happy to come and make money and sing for Bob Seger. That would be a dream come true. But yeah. So I did that, and then a few months later I was on tour, and David Cole calls me and he's like, hey, Bob's got this duet he wants to do. He's wondering if you can come and sing it for the demo. We're at his cabin in Michigan. And I'm like, well, I'm on tour. Maybe if I get a day off, I'll ask. So I asked, and they said yes. And so I got the whole ball rolling. And then a few days later, the tour manager gets on the tour bus in front of all of the guys in the band, who were kind of cranky at the time. And he says, oh, Bernie, you know, we said that you could do that thing, but we don't think you'll be able to do it because there's no planes out of the local airport after 10, and the show finishes at 10:30. There's no flights booked out. And I go, oh, no, he's sending a plane for me. It's fine. It'll be fine. He spent more on jet fuel and pilots than he gave me for this session. I mean, I'm like, it's like a rock money.
Yes. Yeah.
And what a nice man. Maybe I showed up late at night, and David left me some, like, towels at the bottom of the stairs, and I went and slept in the first room, and then I came downstairs. Bob's making me breakfast in my pajamas.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then he drove me back to the plane like 3 hours later after I was done singing, and I missed a 25-hour drive on tour. I mean, come on!
That was,
I don't know, a 25-hour day drive or a session for Bob Seger. These are your choices. So anyway, it worked out. Sarah was very nice, and she let me go.
that sounds like a nice chapter in your autobiography.
It's a great story. It's a great story. Yes.
We went from This Woman's Work to number 7, Master Blaster.
Master Blaster Jam. And so when I was at boarding school, one of my best pals, Anthea, she had that album.
Was it the Greatest Hits? Was it the Musicarium? Oh, no.
Is it Hotter Than July?
Hotter Than July.
And
yeah.
We wore that record out. We wore it out. And
that album has one of my favorite Stevie Wonder songs.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder, my first concert. 16th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been like a little.
And my sister
Stardust.
let me have a beer too, so it was.
You were definitely jamming.
Yeah, I was jamming. And he was in England. I think it was maybe Hammersmith Odeon, maybe. I don't think they call it that anymore. But yeah, wow. Every other band I've been in since then is kind of like a little lacking, I think. And I've been in some good bands. But wow, Stevie Wonder, I mean, what a genius.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
that's really why. I mean, like maybe I was 13.
Sounds about right.
13 years old, just wore that record out.
Yeah.
So
this is like
Stevie had to get a look in on the top 10.
Yeah. I had that 45, the single, back in the day. But I remember getting that album and just being in love with this one song. It was like his country song.
He did a country record?
Well, I always called it his country song because he sang like in a twang. He was like, "Oh, there, diddle dee." What is it? You ain't gotta think, oh baby, ain't gonna. What was it called?
Don't you worry about a thing.
No, that's early. That's earlier. But that's on Hotter Than July. What's that song called? Don't think, oh baby, don't think, oh baby. Na 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 na.
I'm not recalling it.
Ah.
So many songs.
Yeah, I know.
Two little brain cells.
It's his country song. I'm gonna send it to you.
Right.
But
I
but
wanna know
yeah.
that.
No, that's such a good album too. That's like probably his last Stevie Wonder-ish album before he kind of went completely into
Pop.
the digital sort of like
Okay.
programming and everything. But now that we're in the 80s for a little bit, we can move on to number 8. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears.
Yeah. So I put that one on there because that was the first physical piece of music that I purchased. And it was a single. And it's just in my brain. I mean, I think I'm going to Sweden. We're going to do some covers in May at one of the gigs, and I picked that one to do.
It's a good song.
It's a great song, and I think it's kind of timely.
It hasn't lost its edge. I mean, I feel like it's more poignant now than ever.
And that bass is just dunk dunk. They're just a groove, and they had the groove, and Roland didn't like it. And his producer kept saying, "No, this is a good groove. We need to do something with this." And not until his wife popped by the studio, the woman that ended up becoming Roland's wife was like, "Oh, I really like that." And then he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll finish it." And they did it, and then they did that thing where they speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it's
it just
like
made it a hit song. It totally transformed it into a hit song. It's so weird how that happens. That just shows you it's frequencies that people are responding to.
The chipmunk thing.
Yeah. What a trip. But yeah, that was my first single that I bought. Because I had other people's leftovers. But that was...
Do you remember what the flip side was?
Oh, I don't.
I think it might have been Mother's Talk.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And it might have been different in America too, England.
That's right.
Because back in those days, things were really different.
Yeah.
Like I would. My mum was a nanny in America for famous people, and so I would fly over from boarding school and stay with them. And I'd do that like 2 or 3 times a year, from when I was like 11 to 16. So I would get a taste of what was going on in England, and then I would get a taste of what was going on in America. And
it was really the best time. I feel like radio
music. It was very
music.
different.
Yeah.
Like in England, they had like Spandau Ballet, and over here they had yacht rock.
Yeah.
I mean, totally different.
Or the beginnings of like in more like sort of soul, like electronic stuff. So it would be like Shannon when the music plays or whatever. I remember I lived
when the music plays.
That's that sort of like that kind of new kind of dance oriented soul.
The guy, I was waiting tables, and the guy from Animotion.
Yeah.
That's who took my phone number. That's who passed my phone number on to Nat.
The guy. Okay. Wow.
And he called me at work on my very last shift that I was working there. So none of this would have happened. My whole life would have not happened if I had finished work a day earlier. Let's put it like that. And I met him and I waited on him and I was like, man, that chick that's in your band, she looks like she really like isn't happy. And I might have been a bit more, let's say, cocky in how I delivered that. And he laughed at me and he liked me. And then he heard me singing Bonnie Raitt in the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
And he was like, is that you singing back there? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, can I get your number? I might know somebody who I can. So, and then he lost it apparently, and then he called the restaurant on my last shift. Unbelievable. And here I am, sitting with Gio.
No, I was just gonna say that before that time, like you're saying, like getting basically the BBC stuff, and then coming here to the States and feeling that what was going on in radio here. I had a similar experience because in the early '80s, my parents decided to move back to their country, so I lived in the Dominican Republic between like '81 and '86.
Oh wow! And how old were you then?
Between 10 and 16.
Yeah, I mean those are influential musical years.
Formative years. But there, they had 3 stations that played English music or music in English. One was playing stuff that was popular here in the U.S., and the other one was playing stuff from the BBC. It was just basically the playlist was ripped from the BBC,
right.
And the other one was like a soft rock station. But excuse me.
So you had Adam and the Ants,
so
and you had Christopher Cross. I mean,
exactly.
And they were both great.
No, but there's like so much stuff that was coming out of the UK at the time that was like so.
Trevor Horn,
oh my God.
Duran Duran,
and yeah, no, it's I feel privileged to have had.
Yeah, I think that we lived through a very rich musical time in the 80s and 90s. The industry was thriving. There was a lot of music being produced and put out that got through the noise. Today, probably because they were gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Because today everybody's a singer. I mean, you just got to go through TikTok and you got every other person is singing to their phone. And it's like, ugh. And on TikTok, I'm talking to the wall. Nobody cares about me on TikTok.
I care about you.
Well, I appreciate that.
We're looking at TikTok. Who are we?
I ain't looking at TikTok. I fucking hate it.
But you're looking at Instagram and
My
Facebook.
label told me that when you release your record, we're going to release, like, you've got all these great songs, so we're going to ramp it up before we release it. They released like 6 songs. They wanted me to do 30 short form videos for each song. That's 180 short form videos. And I was not really up for the challenge. I did my best. And we did make music videos. John and I filmed videos that we made them.
Yeah.
Nobody else was making them. So, did my best, but it's just hard. It's hard.
It is hard. I mean, it's hard to maintain that sort of daily thing. But I mean, I think we also come from a different, thing. All the stuff, all the work that you put into those music videos, even just you doing them yourself, that people don't understand. That it's not just like, hey, it's not just me putting my phone up or whatever. It's like,
oh no,
whatever the concept is.
I never worked so hard in my life as I did last year. And when we got to the end of the year, I was just like, oh, I think I might be done.
Yeah.
And then my friends in the hood are all like, when are you playing? And then I was like, okay, I better get some gigs going. But, I mean, it's so hard.
It is. So hard. It is.
I mean, I have a friend on the label, and she was second on The Voice and has 130,000 followers. And, hopefully she'll break through the noise. And it's a fantastic record that she wrote. I sang on it. It's a great record. She's playing at the Troubadour on Thursday.
What's her name?
Her name is Morgan Miles. And, she has a huge audience, but I don't know if it translates to music sales.
Yeah, or a living.
And you can't make any money from streaming.
No.
It's just a joke. They've totally, and then Spotify last year were like, oh, we feel like we should sell physical product now because we're not making enough money.
You're making all the money.
You're making all the money, and you're giving the rest of it to the labels.
Or to, to fund nuclear weapons.
Oh yeah, some of them cashed out their stocks in funding war companies with the same sort of technology. It is a strange time. I mean, it is weird that the AI, the ChatGPT AI, it's borrowed 2,000 times what they estimate the company will be worth when it goes public. How do you do that? Yeah. I can't do that with a credit card.
Mm-mm.
But apparently, big equity can do that. They don't care. They're just putting money into it. It's like Alien. It's like the movie Alien when the corporate guy is like, no. It's that guy, the comedian. He's like, no, we've got to take the alien back to the planet, back to Earth. And I'm thinking, bad idea, man. Bad idea. Yeah.
No.
But the corporate power is a little too much.
It feels like it's the only thing sometimes. I don't know. I feel like, call me naive. I still have. I've learned recently to stop using the word hope because it's kind of you're waiting on something that possibly doesn't exist.
Yeah, but humans don't exist without hope.
Yeah,
humans do not thrive without any sort of something to look forward to.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like I'm starting to use the word patience. I'm just gonna give myself some patience for what I know is coming, as opposed to a question mark. Will it come? Can it come? Can it happen? Because for me, it's just like I have to believe that there is going to be something good. Otherwise, why?
Oh, this is good.
This is what I'm saying.
Well, you just got to take your shit out of the day. That's
good.
And go, I had a good day today. I hung out with Gio. Got to learn a bit more about him. He got to learn a bit more about me. We had a nice hang. Nobody was hurt in the process.
Nobody was hurt. Maybe.
The dog's finally
I don't want to say her name because I don't want to wake her up.
She's finally calmed down.
But I think it's a perfect intro to number 9.
What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I mean,
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, man. I mean, he was my Motown representative on here. There's so many.
Yeah.
And I did sing on a Marvin Gaye track once.
Really?
The label asked a producer in town, who will remain nameless, to rework some of his tracks after he had passed. So I go down and I show up and I'm singing and I'm like, man, this guy, he sounds terrible. What, is this a final vocal? And they're like, oh, it's Marvin Gaye. We don't think it was him singing on his best day.
Yeah.
But the label want to try and make something that we can release. I mean, now they could totally just put it in Suno.
Yeah, and they probably will.
And they probably will. They probably will. So that was an interesting experience. And that's just a classic song.
I mean, talk about zeitgeist.
Talk about a great use of reverb.
Yes.
And those sound chambers, those rooms. Because you just hear it in the track, and I'm probably going to listen to that song today now. We're talking about it.
And I was listening to it earlier. It's just one of those things that to me it's like also a great example of experimenting vocally, doing different things. Not just your typical background vocal thing, but
he was so great. He had a great falsetto,
yeah,
and a great full voice, and he could go in and out of the two of those to express himself. And not a lot of singers can do that. These big singers with big ranges, they don't usually have falsettos.
Yeah.
So my kid, she She's a little jealous of my falsetto. That's probably my best feature in my vocal lexicon.
Yeah.
And I just have a lot of air. Smoking. Okay.
It's training, kid. You'll
Don't-
get there.
Don't do it at home, kids. But yeah, what's
It's what they
going
call
on?
experience.
Yeah, I just love the track and how it sounds and the groove and his voice and the lyric.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, one of those great songs.
I remember the first time I heard it. Like I must have been like 5 or 6.
You remember?
I do remember.
Wow.
I just remember because it's like I get visions with songs. Like I remember being in the back seat of my dad's car at the time. He had a Nova, and I just remember being fascinated with the sort of the
Yeah.
Dunk.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it was just such a like the
It's
timbre
a
of it.
really identifiable sound.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, did they have a big court case about that with?
Oh, that was the other song that was
The
I Got to
Pharrell
Give It
song?
Up. Yeah, I Got to Give It Up.
And
Yeah.
that dude whose dad was the actor,
Yeah, Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
Well done. But, you know, I mean, there's only so many notes. There's only so many chords. There's only so many ways we can put it all together.
You see these
I didn't
cases, and it's like
really-
sometimes you go. It's like, you know, I mean, this is like a certain melody choice, but then there's like certain times where they're obviously trying to mimic.
Oh
the
yeah, my
energy of it.
kid will be like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, listen to this song," and we'll be like, "Well, yeah, but that's that other song from like 30 years ago. The first verse, that's completely another song." And they'll be like, "What?" But I mean, humans, we're not all that original,
No,
and that's okay.
that's okay.
We're just as God made us.
Yeah, intent is everything. It's what you want to do with it.
Yeah, but no, I've never been to Marvin Gaye's house.
Yeah, it's up in Topanga. That's where he lived last.
Is that where he passed away?
Yeah.
Didn't his dad shoot him? Yeah. Oh man, families. Wow, it can be hard.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to be laughing.
I mean,
about
that
it, but
sounds
it's
like
it's
mental
so,
illness. That sounds
Oh,
like
it's
maybe
definitely-
somebody
it's
with
definitely-
Alzheimer's that shouldn't have had a gun.
Yeah. I don't know if you
Who
ever
knows?
saw the movie Jungle Fever, Spike Lee.
I might have
But then
back in the day
he-
when it came
he-
out.
one of the storylines, he basically took it from that whole
Oh.
thing, his father-son relationship.
Mm. Well, it's hard, wasn't it? Because he was gay, and he was that what it
That
was?
and the
And he's
the
it's hard to be a black man and be
drugs,
gay in
Like
America.
he was just like, you know, basically he was just like his father became obsessed with religion and you know, that sort of
Mhm.
living in sin kind of thing, and it was just all the sort of the excesses of his life. So
as I am not a black man living in America, but one of my dear friends is, and told me, you know, yeah, it's hard to be a black man living in America that's gay, especially at church.
yeah,
And you know, the world is crazy.
the world is.
There's-
Zuzu agrees.
Yes, the world is crazy.
No, we definitely lost him too soon. I mean, it feels like it, you know, especially when he was just having that resurgence in the early '80s, and I remember how exciting it was to hear the like sexual healing on the radio.
Oh yeah, that was a great song.
Yeah,
I
because-
bought that.
Yeah, I did
bought
too.
that was a
I did
single I
too.
bought in England.
You know, for an 11-year-old, it was very.
Naughty. I might have been a little bit older. But yeah, what a great song.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's just a shame because you know that with the 80s technology and all this stuff, and he was such a studio freak that it was just gonna, like, he was bound to give us another masterpiece.
It's a big loss.
Yeah.
That's
But,
a big loss.
you know what is not a loss is me sitting here with you right now to be able to talk to you about song number 10.
Number 10. Oh, we made it all the way through,
We
Gio.
made it. Don't Wake Me Up.
Well, you told me to pick one of my songs as
Yes.
well. So I picked one of my songs. And
Come on.
this is the song on my latest record that I like to put on at nighttime when I'm trying to relax and go to sleep. It calms me. really calms me down. So
What is it? What is it about the song that calms you down?
I'm not sure. I really don't know. It soothes me. It might be the chords. I don't know. Like I said, people respond to frequencies.
They do. We do.
So, you hear people putting on these frequencies to go to sleep, and for some reason that one just really relaxes me. And so, one of my favorites. I put it on repeat on the record.
What's the story behind the song?
I wrote it with my friends Paul and Lily. Right now I'm kind of blanking on the lyrics because I'm a little delirious. Let me think about it.
I know that the chorus says
How's it
something
go?
about either reaching for heaven or wanting heaven.
You're better than me right now. But I had the flu all last week, so it's my first venture out this week. I don't know. Do you want to listen?
Sure, we can pop it on.
Let's have a listen. And then I'll tell you. I wrote it with Paul Trudeau and Lily Wilson. Paul I met at a Melissa Etheridge rehearsal. He came running up to me and he was like, hey, like a Labrador. Hey, do you know John Nooney? And I go, I married John Nooney. I take it you know John Nooney? He used to be in my band. I love him. And I was like, okay, great. That's awesome. Nice to meet you. And then Lily, my good friend, was singing backgrounds with me. And she was, and is, married to Mark Brown, who was Melissa's longtime bass player. And the three of us are like siblings, and we write songs together.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. We don't see enough of each other socially, so we almost have to get together to write just so we can have a catch up. And then usually what we do is we start the music first. Paul will start playing some chords. Me and Lily we start out with having a little therapy and seeing how everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Topic of the day, what people are going through. And then we start the music, and then we kind of figure out what we're melodically feeling, and then we decide what it's about, and then we write it. Words.
Yeah.
And we try to match the words to, much like how the Bee Gees wrote, actually. They wrote in a trio the same way. They would write the music and the melody first, and they would never deviate from the melody with the words. The words had to match the melody. So, we find a subject matter, and then off we go. And
it's funny because I often talk to songwriters, and that's my preferred method.
Yeah, because I don't really play that well. I sing. This is my instrument, so I need to sing over something often.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I show up with a chorus, or sometimes I've shown up with more than the chorus, or, we'll be chatting. We wrote a song called Enough Time on the record, and Lily was on the phone the night before with her friend whose mother had passed away, and that was the theme that kept reoccurring in their conversation, that we don't have enough time with our loved ones. My mom's 93 on Sunday. I could still take some more time.
Yeah.
She's probably done. She's probably like, yeah, I've punched the clock enough. I could go whenever. I'm good.
Yeah.
But, so that's how we come up with songs when we're writing.
It's amazing. I love that. I mean, because I feel like your brain and your soul loves the challenge. You want to kind of...
Oh, yeah, we like the puzzle.
Yeah, you want to be put in a position where you're looking for your way out, It's nice to get the muse, it's nice to get inspired, it's nice to get the hit, but like that seems like it's like right in front of you. But at the same time, I feel like we're creatures of habit, and we work towards things, and we make things happen. And it's, some people would say like, oh, you're forcing the song. I'm like, you're not forcing anything.
We're just telling
everything,
and we're telling a story usually.
Yeah.
And like there's a song on the record called Love Is on the Way, and that really was inspired because Lily and I are both in long-term relationships. Paul had a divorce, and he's not a spring chicken, so we were like, let's write a song about how you can go through this terrible loss and you still have to maybe find somebody else, and how hard that is and how painful that is, and you're kind of scared and broken at this point, and you don't really necessarily want to let people in. So then we wrote that one.
It's just, yeah.
You know, we find we're looking for subject matter to write about that relates to people our age.
Yeah.
And, you know, covers a lot of stuff. You know, my mom had a couple of heart attacks, and I had to drive to Arizona. So Stay Right There, that's what that's about. I didn't want her to go anywhere. I wanted her to be there when I got there. And I had a very long drive. But we were talking about Don't Wake Me Up.
Yes.
I think it's already got me. And I'm like,
don't fall asleep.
right? That and a vacuum cleaner puts me to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is so good.
Thank you.
Love the choice there too, by the way, that the voice to kind of the half back end of it. I love that.
It's a bit Irish. Likely.
Yeah.
You know, what's it about to you? I mean, some songwriters do not like to tell people what they're writing about because they want you to have a bit of mystery and interpret it yourself.
Well, I personally feel, and this might reveal too much about me. I sometimes feel I'm not really sure what the song's about. You know what I mean? It's like,
Paul and Lily and I joke about that all the time because there's three of us there.
yes.
So there's three people writing a song at the same time, and we all might have a different story in our head because of our own experiences in life. We are going to be thinking about something that happened to me. They're not going to know what I'm thinking about when I'm giving them the lyric idea, and vice versa for all of us.
Like, for example, when I was listening to the song earlier, there's something that you do in the chorus that makes me feel like you're actually really saying, please wake me up.
And we're just going to leave it there. It's true.
And you know what I mean? It's like to me, it's just, you're saying don't wake me up, but where you resolve the line, it's like a plead. Because you're saying, don't wake me up.
I think
it's such a, like, the particular note, it just feels like,
I think you're pleading to be left asleep because you're enjoying the magic in your dream.
yeah,
The love that you're feeling in your dream, whatever that is.
yeah. I mean, it felt like you were saying almost something else, like either or join me, almost like just don't, like, it was just like,
No, it's not. No, it's definitely
crazy.
being left alone in what your thoughts are and your feelings are, and it's only in your dreams that you find it. You
Yeah.
know? It's
That's
that.
amazing.
Well, it will, at least it was for me. It might be something different for Paul. It might be something different for Lily. But yeah, I like that one.
And there's, I mean, to kind of come back with the songwriting style, you guys lock down that melody first before you hit the.
Yeah, we tend to get a verse, a chorus, a verse, a B section, a chorus. We kind of know where we're going, and then things change. Like, there's a song on the record, Sorry, that I wrote with John, my husband, and Paul. You know, John and Paul, they're the ones with the love affair from way back. And my producer, Dave, when I called him up and I go, hey, Kirk wants me to make a record, you know, will you produce it? And he's like, yes, okay, go write 25 songs and get back to me. So I was like, okay. So I sent him Sorry, and he was like, nah, Bern, you need like a Chris Stapleton chorus.
Yeah.
You need like a big. So we wrote 3 choruses for that. We thought the second one was good. John and I definitely took it to the more Chris Stapleton-y place.
Yeah.
But then it kind of ended on this sort of Minnie Riperton idea. Love her.
Yeah.
And so we sent it to Paul on a voice message, because we had written the song already, and then Dave's having us change the chorus. So we sent him another idea for the second idea for the chorus.
Yeah.
And then Paul took what I did on the end of it and made it the chorus.
Oh, he changed it, so he made that the chorus.
He goes, no, this is way
chorus.
stronger. Here's what I hear. And he sends it back, and I go, oh, well, that's all right too. Let's do that one. Because we were on the 3rd one at this point. We're not being precious at this point.
No.
We're just looking for the thumbs up from the guy who's going to be pressing the tape buttons.
That's right.
So he liked that one, and I think that's my favorite one to sing live. I didn't sing it that way in the studio. I sang it really sort of meek in the studio, and live I go up full voice on the last chorus, which is great when I have Meanie there singing with me, because we sound so great together, and she's an awesome singer, and it's all good. So yeah, that would be my favorite one to sing on the album. Sorry. Go check it out. We did it live on the radio in Kingston, New York, and it was great. It sounded fantastic. Couldn't believe the 3 of us couldn't believe how great it sounded. With and Paul.
You guys sounded so good. I was so
Paul
pissed.
And John and Meanie and myself, we do sound good together. Nice voices.
When you guys played that night, I just I made a note to myself, and I've been so busy that I haven't been able to address it. I was just like, I need to figure out how to record from the board, and at least put a couple of area mics or something, because I'm not recording, like nothing's going through the board or the system except for vocals and anything using a DI, like a guitar, acoustic guitar or whatever. But if anyone's amped, they're not going through the system. So I have to figure out, like, I wish that there's more money or whatever, but to do something.
Don't we all? Right?
Just that night, you guys it was just such a good, like, from the audience, it was just like everything sounded perfect. You sounded great, and it was just like 3rd song in, I'm just like, fuck, I should be recording this. This is like so fucking good. It's just the kind of thing where it just felt like I wasn't there.
Oh. Well, it's a good performance. Do you ever record from your phone the live performances?
I do get video and stuff like that, but again, the thing about running and being the only person running that back and forth.
There's a lot going on. You should get a kid to come and help you.
Yeah, you little intern.
I would hit up, Northridge has an amazing music program.
Bad idea.
Northridge University.
Love you.
They have an amazing program there, and they could probably, if you got, maybe you could, so they could get
talk
credit.
To the university and get them
they
credit.
Could get work credit, and they could come and be your assistant. That's what I'd do.
And this is recorded, so now I know I can do this.
I'm just saying.
See, this is it. It's like every day looking for the thing that's going to be.
There's so much to do.
It's just it just feels like I was telling somebody earlier today. It just feels like I woke up today feeling like it seems like there's not enough money, and it seems like there's not enough time for all the things that need to happen. But somehow I feel like I don't give a fuck.
I'd say just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing, keep singing. Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Just gotta make yourself happy.
Yeah. Because
wherever you can find your joy these days, the world is a crazy place.
It is a crazy place. We keep coming to this, man. This is like and
because everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do?
But don't wait.
One day we'll have to play.
Yeah, I'd love to sing with you someday.
Yeah.
For real. For real.
Let's do a gig.
Yeah.
Just us.
Just us. Ooh.
Then we could make some money. Less people, more money. Yeah. It is a luxury item to have a full band.
It is.
It is, man.
It is. And it's like, it's such a...
And I'm a snob.
Yeah.
I'm a total
yeah,
snob,
yeah.
so I want great players, and I can't afford great players.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's just like... I always say that there's the Venn diagram of great players, nice people, little money. It's like a weird, like you're trying to find that perfect spot.
yeah.
You know.
Well, you know,
But
sounds like you have some good gigs going on.
yeah,
Regulars.
we gotta keep busy. Yeah, I mean, I feel also it's just having the opportunity to be a part of a community in these times, even however fleeting it may be, or ever, like, you know.
Well, you promote your gigs.
Yeah.
A lot of promoters don't.
Yeah.
They're like, come and play my gig, sign this contract,
Mm-hmm.
don't play within a 35-mile radius for 2 weeks
Yeah.
before you do this gig,
And good night.
and pay for the gig ahead of time, and then you sell all the tickets. Why do they call themselves promoters? They're not promoters, they're bookers.
They're bookers.
It's
They're
very
bookers.
different.
Or restaurant managers, or club, you know.
Well, they're bookers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what you're dealing with.
And that's what I feel. It's just like, you know, we take the hit, and I feel like that.
You got to be constantly changing, constantly reinventing. It's true. Like one of the guys that I toured with the Moody's for years, he played drums for them for 25 years. When he left, he started a tribute band to the Moody Blues. He makes more money now than he ever did playing for them for 25 years.
What? Oh, because he was just as.
He will book. I mean, they're in England, these guys, and they come over here and play with like orchestras at the, you know, the city centers, you know.
Yeah. Summer fests and stuff like that.
No, just
Oh,
no.
okay.
They'll go to like the Denver. They'll go play with the
Oh,
Denver Symphony Orchestra,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
they will make a decent amount of money. Or they'll do just regular gigs without orchestras in like performing arts centers. But you know, he's got these first call musicians from England. One of them used to be the front guy for the Hollies, and they do these tours. And he's like, Bernie, I can't believe it. I'm making more money than I ever did on the gig. So, but he works his tail off.
Yeah, I mean, then you're doing everything.
And you know, in COVID, he was driving a cab. And then he'd be like going to the airport the next day to go play in Florida, and people, he's driving around with people, and they're like, "What? This doesn't compute. You're going to this big gig tomorrow, but today you're driving me to the airport."
Yeah.
But hey, it's a musician's life. What were we thinking, Gio? Should have been a rocket scientist.
Well, that was the thing. We were feeling.
Yeah.
We weren't.
No, I never wanted to do anything else. I got completely lucky. And if I had stayed in England, I would have been an accountant. But because I came to America, for some reason, it sort of freed me and made me believe that I could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure that's the same anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the internet.
Because of the internet.
Yeah.
We gotta make it happen. I feel like it's just I wanna end on this note that I believe in quality. I believe that the intention of how good this material is, your songs, your albums, your voice, that still means something.
I don't know. It's always been a popularity contest, if you really think about it.
Always has been. But I feel like it's still kind of like, it's, we just need our Decca. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're just selling stuff. People are just trying to make money. And,
yeah, I mean, I think Taylor Sheridan is really missing out by not using any of my songs on his
seriously,
shows.
especially "Don't Wake Me Up."
I'm just saying,
sounds like a
Taylor,
theme
if you're
song.
listening, there's country undertones in most of the album. You could probably use some of these songs.
We slap slide on every song just for you.
Yeah. Hey, Doug Livingston is on my record. He's a monster. What a player.
Sounds it.
What a player.
Yeah, yeah.
I had really ridiculous. I'll tell you who played on my record. Paul Bushnell, who is Tim McGraw's bass player, but he's been in LA forever. He produced the movie The Commitments?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came over from Ireland fresh off the boat and produced that, the music for that album. And then, who else? And then David Raven, who is I've known about for years. I played in a band with him for about 10 minutes in my late 20s. And he was a drummer from my friend Joan in Sun 60 on a few of her records, I think. Then we have John Schroeder, who's Mr. Utility guitar player. He played 15 different instruments on my record.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's on Dancing with the Stars and plays guitar around town, and he's in a bunch of bands, and he's really, really great. So those were like the three main guys. And Dave, my producer, is a great guitar player. And then we also had Philip in to play some featured guitar solos. And Doug Livingston on lap steel and slide. And Phil Parlapiano on keys, he's on John Prine records.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's been around forever. So
that's amazing.
Very, very fortunate that I had that crew of guys. And, I'm very lucky that Kirk, who owns the label, he has these wild ideas, and he'll be like, let's do a tribute album to the Strawbs. And I'm like, who are the Strawbs? And then he tells us all, because he's a 70s music nerd, who they were. Man. I mean, they had members of Leo Sayer, Wings, Yes, all those bands in the 70s, in late 60s, early 70s in England. Those guys were all playing in each other's bands. And Sandy Denny was in that band for a minute, and then she went off to do that, what's it called, folk? I forget the name of her band. Anyway, she was a great songwriter. So he did this project like 2 months ago, and it's sort of like folk progressive rock. Because that band went from being a folk band to being a progressive rock band. They had Rick Wakeman was in the band. He left to go and be in Yes. And so we had all these crazy musicians in the studio making this music. And he had like Grace Potter's rhythm section and 4 great females singing different types of songs, because they had all these different singers in the band. And who was playing? He had Adam Jimenez, who's a badass, like a metal badass guy. He moved here from Nashville like 10 years ago when everyone was going there. He came here. And then Val McCallum from Jackson Browne's band.
Okay.
Do you know Jack Shit? That's his fun band.
No.
Oh, you should go check them out sometime. And he's just like probably one of the most sensitive acoustic guitar players I've ever heard. He's kind of special. So he and Sasha Smith was the band leader, and Paul Trudeau came down and played too. So he has like all these like killer musicians in the studio, and Jordan West, on drums. My first recording sessions with a female drummer, and she plays like Charlie Watts.
Nice.
Fucking brilliant fucking drummer. I was just who? Karen Carpenter who? Jordan. Wow, so good. So, he brought us so much joy, just bringing us all together into the studio to do this harebrained idea. So, we'll be finishing that soon. A bunch of people had to take off. We did 5 days in the studio, all together every day.
I remember seeing the post.
And it was just awesome. I'm very lucky to know Kirk, and that he hires me still.
Well, there's
Thank
a reason.
you, Kirk.
There's a reason. This amazing woman, this amazing voice, songwriter. If you haven't had the chance to, please check her out locally, and in any shows, because live is the ultimate experience. But if not, find her online. She's got several albums available, and her latest album is called
Walking Around This Town.
Walking Around This Town. including number 10 song here, Don't Wake Me Up. Thank you so much, Bernie.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Love you. Thank you.
And now I'm going to go home.
Take a nap.
I'm probably going to go lie down. Yeah. It's like my first day up for I had friends over.